Hello, my name is Henry R. Mockingbird, your host with the mustache.
Hi, I'm Gary.
Hey, look who's back. Hey, Gary, welcome back. How'd you get home?
I went through that teleportation device, you dummy.
Oh, so you took the teleportation device. Never mind, all that matters is that you're back. And today, we're going to talk about Mad About Men. Now, if you remember back in 2019, I did a review of Miranda. I also mentioned in that review that the movie got a sequel called Mad About Men.
Franchise, 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 franchise.
One day I'm going to be tired of that clip, but this is not that day. Let's dive into Mad About Men. No pun intended. The film is about Caroline, who meets her mermaid relative, and they do a switcheroo. The Prince and the Pauper cliche. I thought Mad About Men is equally as good and is equally as charming as Miranda. First, let's talk about the characters. First, there's Miranda, played by Glynis Johns, who's still charming as ever. And then there's Caroline, also played by Glynis Jones. There really isn't a whole lot to say about her character. She's not really in the movie all that much. Then there's Nurse Carrie, once again played by Margaret Redford, who outside of Glynis Johns as Miranda is the only character and actor for returning from the first movie. Then there's Jeff, who's pretty bland. Jeff is played by Donald Sinden, who was also in Doctor in the House, Doctor at Large, The Island on the Top of the World, and an alligator named Daisy. There's Bengaria, who's a very mischievous character.
Is she the mer baby from the end of the first movie?
No, she isn't the baby from the first movie. This film does have some good highlights, like when the sea lion interrupts a man playing violin. One of the funniest scenes is when Caroline reacts to Miranda. If you saw someone who looked exactly like you, wouldn't you be terrified? Not Caroline. She takes one good look at Miranda and she's like, she has my face. Doesn't that beat all?
How are they related? Are they twins, sisters, or cousins?
Good question, Gary. And allow me to answer that question with this clip.
Say, that's a good question. Wish I had a good answer.
I don't know. The movie never tells us. It never freaking tells us. And speaking of family, now is time we talk about the family tree, which is kind of ambiguous. This family background is really strange, but the movie does reveal that both Caroline and Miranda are relatives under the last name of Truella. But the weird thing is the family background. It turns out their great-grandfather was a human and their great-grandmother was a mermaid. Never mind the questions this raises. But I'm not going to ask them because, like I said before, this movie is not very good at explaining things. And even if I did ask, I know this movie's not going to give me an answer. So I'm just going to let Olga take it from here.
Questions, too many questions.
The film was directed by Ralph Thomas, who also directed the 1958 A Tale of Two Cities, Upstairs and Downstairs, Doctor in the House, A Doctor at Large, Doctor at Sea, and Doctor in Love. Just like Miranda, Mad About Men was made in Britain. Rank Films insisted that Mad About Men was not a sequel to Miranda, even though that's kind of like when Tim Burton said that Batman Returns wasn't a sequel to Batman. Gary, you are one messed up penguin. This movie even has a song called I Can't Resist Men, which is rather soothing. Listen.
Can't resist men, can't do without them. Weak ones or strong, right men or wrong, I don't mind.
I talked about most of the ups of the film. What are the downs of the film? Well, there aren't any. Well, until next time, this is Henry R. Mockingbird, your host with the mustache, signing off. I give the film 5 stars. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to ring the bell for new content. If you would like to request an old school movie on this show, please do so by requesting it in the comments.